Got a question asking if a tenant doesn't agree with a rental increase from a landlord, what can they do? Hi, my name is Rob Wells. I'm the Landlord Warrior on TikTok and YouTube. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Now, landlords, when you do rental increases, you want to make sure that everything is legal and in compliance with the Tenants Protection Act if you're subject to the act, okay? As a minimum for landlords in California, for any type of periodic tenancy, like a month-to-month tenancy, that type of thing, you're gonna have to provide a written notice pursuant to Civil Code Section 827, Subdivision B. Okay, there's two ways to legally increase the rent in California. It's you give it by written notice, and you have to state a change in terms of tenancy to increase the rent. Okay, for landlords that can raise the rent over the limits of the Tenants Protection Act, which is over 10%, you would have to give 90 days notice. Plus, if you mail the notice to the tenant, you have to add 5 days for mailing. There's only two ways you can increase the rent in California. It's personally serving a written notice to a tenant of the rental increase, or providing it by U.S. mail, first class mail. Okay, those are the only methods now. Okay, and if you don't do it that way, serve the notice correctly, you may have legal issues. Okay, I also mentioned too, you might also have issues if you violate the Tenants Protection Act, because certain landlords can't increase the rent 5% plus the change of CPI, and in no case it can't go over 10%. Okay, and those numbers change every year, so your mileage is going to vary and so forth. So you need to check the CPI index and so forth each year, okay? Because some places it changes in April and other places it changes in March of each year, as it's published by the Department of Industrial Relations or the federal government's Consumer Price Index. So if you don't know how to change rental increases and so forth, you probably need to consult with an attorney or have legal counsel help you go navigate through that process. Now, long story short, what could a tenant do if the rental increase is lawful? Okay, that being said, for our landlords, your tenant has probably one of two options legally, because if the landlord legally changes the rent, the tenant either can vacate the property before the rental increase goes into effect, or they may face breach of the terms of the tenancy. Okay, once the rental increase goes into effect, usually that's after 30 days, right? And if your rental increase, you have to add 5 days for additional mailing, you're gonna have to do that as well too. So for example, if you're to increase the rent now, it's like October 4th, for example, and your rental period runs 1st to the 30th of the month, you're gonna have to basically make that rental increase effective December 1. Okay, at least let one rental, at least 30 days go forward, and then effectuate the rental increase on the next payment cycle. Okay, landlords, if you are contemplating doing a rental increase and you want to make sure everything is in legal compliance and you're in the Northern California area, feel free to reach out. Our website is down below, and you can book a free case review session to see if we can assist you. Okay, put your comments, questions down below. Until next time, folks, I'll talk to you then. Thanks.